Hi, this is pianist Earl R Johnson Jr., and you are watching Elements of Jazz TV.
Elements of Jazz, your visual jazz experience.
When I was 9 years old, my parents purchased a piano, and 6 free lessons came with the purchase. And so they asked me, did I want to play? I just so happened to have been watching A Charlie Brown Christmas. And so I turned around and looked at the television, and Shorter was doing his thing, playing for Lucy, and shrugged over. And I remember saying, could I sound like that? And my dad was like, if you practice. I said, okay. And that started the whole thing off. Played all through elementary, middle, and high school, various functions. I conducted my first orchestra in the 7th grade, and then also doing chorus, and I played trumpet as well because my older brother plays trumpet, so that was a very part. So it was a very musically rich childhood, coming up. I ultimately ended up getting a partial academic scholarship at Penn State. I was also a walk-on the football team, so I had to get the sports in there. Ultimately transferred to Berklee College of Music in Boston, where I got my degree in film scoring, minor in arranging, with an emphasis also in African American studies. And 6 months after I graduated, I got the gig with Brian McKnight and Walter Beasley, playing for both. Playing keyboards and singing backgrounds for both. And I pretty much haven't stopped since then. middle child, so I have this innate independence that used to get me in a lot of trouble when I was younger. But I really enjoyed playing behind a lot of people, and like I said before, I learned an immense, just a whole different type of education being on the road with so many artists. But it was incomplete, and I felt like I wanted to be the person who was in charge of my own musical destiny. Because I've always been a writer, I've always had an interest in my own music. I decided to just, say a prayer, step out on faith, and, start, being the person with the pen in my hand, writing the checks for other folks. I've worked with Gladys Knight, Jeffrey Osborne, Shaka Khan, Shantae Moore, Kenny Lattimore, R. Kelly, quick thing with Beyonce, Sounds of Blackness, Brand New Heavies, Gerald Albright, and I've actually toured with all of these people. It's been a very nice ride, to work extensively with that caliber of musician, and to span the gap of genres from, R. Kelly people to Brian McKnight to Gerald Albright to Wynton Marsalis. I mean, 4 totally different artists, but geniuses in their own right as well. So I've learned a lot from those experiences. It's a totally different mindset when you're writing for a film or television piece, because the music is supposed to support the drama that's being portrayed in the scene at the time. The difference between a score and a soundtrack, which is the songs, the underscore is all like, for example, Jaws. That's the scoring that makes you like, oh man, you're on the edge of your seat. Soundtrack is more the latest hit by Mary J. Blige is in such and such a movie, And I enjoy doing that type of writing as well, but it's definitely a specialized skill to do dramatic underscore. The current CD that's out now is entitled Juicy. It's available on cdbaby.com/Earl R Johnson Jr. is where you can find it. You can also find information on that CD and my upcoming events and the upcoming CD, which will be entitled Inside Myself, the traditional project. You can find all of that on my website, which is earlrjohnsonjr.com. This CD is a labor of love, a labor-intensive project because there are a total of 23 musicians on there with me. I actually wrote everything and produced everything. So all of the writing aspect was mine. All the arrangements are mine. But then just playing, I had people come, and once I taught them the song, then I had them evoke their own spirits into it and breathe their own personality into the work to make it have more of an organic feel. Upcoming CD, Inside Myself, is a traditional jazz project, and I have Winard Harper on drums, and then also a very good friend of mine, Dwayne Burno, on bass, and then the saxophonist who was performing with me earlier tonight, Teodros Avery. Much for watching Elements of Jazz TV and the interview. I enjoyed myself immensely. For more information, don't forget to visit my website, earlrjohnsonjr.com.